What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Esports Report. We have more Call of Duty team change updates. If you missed our last interview, Nameless, the captain of Curse Las Vegas, has just announced their new fourth will be Study as he made the move from Curse New York to Curse Las Vegas. So Study will be filling the seat that Parasite used to have on that lineup. Best of luck to the Las Vegas squad, but Curse, they have two teams, and we just mentioned that Study left the Curse New York team. So that means at least one chair is open. Here to talk about it is their manager, CrsBlevdog, and we also have their new pickup. You know, Chris, just walk me through the start of this whole process because I know it had a lot of moving parts.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest to everybody out there. I've tried to get Revan for a long time. Ever since I took over Curse, I started talking to him and getting him on board. It didn't work out back then, but after I guess it was after Columbus, Revan and I talked a little bit, and I said, you should team with Burns, and then they picked up a couple guys, and E-Girl Slayers did amazing at UMG Philly, absolutely amazing, and I was even scared when Curse Las Vegas played you guys. It was like, oh my gosh, it's good. But I've been a huge supporter of Revan's. I just think he's one of the smartest guys in the game. So after we moved Study, I reached out to him. I wanted to bring him on, and I've been a big fan of Burns as well. And I felt like the two of them and the connection and the chemistry they had, I didn't want to break it up, so I was kind of in a quandary. So I was going to Eric Twiz, the captain, and say, hey, how do you feel about this? How do you want to do? And he just wasn't feeling it. He wasn't feeling the team.
Okay.
He wasn't feeling, Revan and Burns and not them as players or them just, he just, I think everybody has that gut reaction, and his gut reaction has told him that this wasn't the kind of the chemistry that he wanted. So, we brought Revan and Burns on, and then I know we're going to talk about what we did, with the other guys on the team, but yeah, that's how we got to this point. So.
All right, well, I guess, Chris, we can just go ahead and throw the cat out of the bag completely.
Okay.
And while we're fixing the cameras real quick, let's talk about this move. So Twiz didn't want to be on this squad that you were creating, had some opportunities elsewhere, and you saw some potential in some other players. Talk to me about your moves.
Yeah, so I figured he didn't, and I knew that Denial wasn't going to be able to compete in COD Champs with John. And so I reached out to Robbie, the CEO of Denial, and I said, hey, I don't want to just leave these guys high and dry. Mm-hmm. I don't want to leave Twiz. Do you guys have any interest? And so they talked it over, and I think we did business the way you should do business, and we try to figure out where the best place to get everyone homes and not just leave them hanging out to dry. And so with that, we Assassin and Eric are actually going to go over to Denial. Okay. Assassin and Twiz, which it hurts, but I feel like picking up Burns and Revan is just a huge move for this team, and guys that want to build around, and then still having BL Fire with his amazing assault rifle on the team. So right now, Curse New York is Blind Fire. It's Revan as the new captain of Curse New York. Congratulations, Revan. And Burns, who I think, one of the things I want to say about Burns is, he took some time off, went to school, and I just don't think he's gotten the proper chance to be in an org that'll support him. Nothing against the orgs he's been in before, but I can't even tell you. It's just my gut tells me, and obviously I think I was right by the way they played in Philly, that Revan and Burns are special guys, and I'm really excited to build this team with these two guys on it, and with BL Fire.
So, Revan, does that mean you are no longer casting here in New York City? Are you heading to Vegas anytime soon?
Hopefully we could try to make it out there in the future, but right now we're an East Coast team. I'd have to talk it over with Burns and Blindfire, of course, to see if they are able to do that, and of course with Chris and all the other Curse guys. But unfortunately for all the people out there who liked my casting, unfortunately that's going to be put on hold for the moment, as I'm going to try to win Call of Duty championships.
Don't worry, there's always plenty of time to come back to the booth. So I'm really happy for you, Revan, as been your co-caster for several years, to see you back on the sticks. I know that's what you enjoyed doing the most. And again, congrats on the top finish at UMG Philly with E-Girl Slayers. Everyone looked at that team and thought, it was just a joke, but you guys really came alive and you pulled off some major upsets. Talk to me about playing with Burns in that tournament and the chemistry that you had in your very first tournament together.
Yeah, I really liked playing with Burns. I feel like he has a great head on his shoulder, and we have a lot of the same goals in mind. And of course, a big part of that team was also Nex and Machil. You have to give it up to them. They both played amazing throughout the whole event. Even though we placed 5th, which is an okay placing, we were hoping to place a bit higher than that.
Okay.
So I'm hoping that as we reform the new squad, we're going to be able to hit up those top 3, top 2, and hopefully a first place finish.
So right now it's you, Burns, and Blindfire. But what are you looking for? What kind of role would be perfectly suited in that 4th chair?
Preferably a versatile player, someone who could pick up kills with both an assault rifle and a submachine gun guy. We're mainly looking for someone who could push up on the map, kind of clear the pathway for us, and just kill everything in their sight. Me and Burns, we have the objective play locked down, and Blindfire, he's more of a positional assault rifle player.
Yep.
So I feel like somebody that's a bit more versatile could really help us out.
Chris, do you have any players in mind that you would want to go after for that 4th chair? Anything you can announce at this point?
No.
No is an acceptable answer.
Sorry.
No is an acceptable answer.
Yeah, I have to do some thinking, and there's a lot that goes into picking players in my mind moving forward. It's not just one-dimensional. So I would rather not even try to hazard a guess.
Okay, deal. Well, you guys are still
Unless
looking
Big
for
Timer
one.
wants to come out of retirement, we will welcome you freely. You can come and slay Big Timer.
Sir William, you have a spot on this Curse New York team, and I bet they'll let you play Minecraft as well, if that's what
You
you'd
can
like
play
to
it
do.
all you want. I'll
when
buy
you're
you a
not
server.
practicing. There we go. All right, well, Chris, big day for Curse and their Call of Duty team. You've done a fantastic job managing these squads, and it's fantastic to hear that you're working with other team owners and managers to make sure that these players are having an all-right transfer. Best of luck to Twiz and Assassin as well. As you mentioned, they will be joining this Denial squad. And I believe after this interview, I'm going to be talking to Fizzerp from Denial more about that. But first, Revan, I've been asking every single COD pro that comes on the stream about their thoughts on the team changes. To recap, of course, Optic Gaming basically imploding. You have Nadeshot and Ricky from the original lineup. Parasite came over from Las Vegas, and Clayster came over from TK. Scump went to Envious, Rambo moves to Coach, and then over on the TK side, they filled that spot with Formal last night. FaZe replacing Methods with Embos and more. Tell me about the moves, and who do you think made the best moves so far, Revan, and who made the worst moves?
I want to start out with Strictly Business. I feel like they have a really solid lineup right now with the addition of Dito. Dito, he could pretty much guarantee you X amount of kills a game, 20-plus kills and a total domination.
Yep.
So when you pair him on the field with Saints as well, I feel like this Strictly Business squad, people might be kind of overlooking them a bit.
Okay.
Or I guess they're going to be a really talented team. I'm excited to see them play together, as well as the new Team Envious lineup. With Rambo moving to Coach, they have Scump, and now you're pairing Scumpy along with Proof. And that's another deadly duo you have to look out for, as well as Merc and Goondry. They're both also very talented players. So I think out of all the changes, I like Envy and Strictly Businesses the most.
Okay.
FaZe, unfortunately, they had to get rid of Methods because he's just not old enough. But Embos was a great pickup for them as well. Embos just adds a whole lot in Search and Destroy. Plus, I had the chance to play against him at Philly while he was playing for Juke, who is another pickup squad. And he's a very talented slayer. He was picking up so many kills on the map. And it's going to be interesting to see what he does with FaZe. I feel like he's going to be more of an assault rifle player, but I think he's going to be playing maybe a bit more aggressive than JCap. That's something they'll figure out. But moving on to Optic Gaming, I feel like you've gotten this from everyone, but it's kind of weird seeing Clayster and Parasite on the same team. We'll see if they could coexist. And if they can coexist, I feel like that's, of course, going to be a very deadly team. And then moving on to Team Caliber, who picked up Formal. Formal, of course, the Halo player. That's pretty interesting. I feel like they're going to need Formal to maybe run an assault rifle since, losing Clayster, he's a very talented AR player.
Okay.
But Formal's really known in this game for his aggressive submachine gun and as well as his shot. So we'll see if they decide to switch up the roles, here and there if he wants to use a sub or an AR. But they're also going to teach Formal a lot more about Search and Destroy. So I feel like Formal, he's going to learn a lot from this team, and TK, they're always the team to look out for. They've placed second, so many times in a row now. So I think this might be a move to maybe bring them a championship.
And I know you're part of the organization now, but can you give me your honest thoughts on Study being the 4th on this Las Vegas lineup?
There's no other words to describe Study other than that he's a beast. I've been watching this guy play ever since Ego picked him up for Icons, and he is such a talented player. He brings so much to the Curse Las Vegas lineup, and I feel like he meshes very well with the players who are already on the team. So Study, he's just another one of those guys who you put him in search and destroy, 1v4, 1v3, whatever. You feel confident that he could get the job done, and I'm really excited to see how the other Curse team is going to do. Unfortunately, if they match up against us,
you're going to have to crush them.
Yeah, we're going to have to crush them.
All right. Well, best of luck to Curse in your search for a 4th. And Revan, congratulations, man. Great to see you back with an organization and playing alongside of Burns. I know both of you guys are veterans of this community, been playing for years. Sounds like you found a great place to play for. So that is going to do it for our second interview of the night. Chris, of course, thank you for coming on and representing the Curse organization.
Of course.
What is next for Curse Las Vegas in New York? Where can people catch them? Where should we watch you guys?
You should always catch us. We'll be starting our programming back up on mlg.tv/CurseCOD. And just looking forward to getting the grind ready for the COD Champs qualifiers for both teams. And just back to the question on moving to Las Vegas, we are trying to work out a plan to where we can have both teams in the house at least through COD Champs.
Oh wow!
So that we can do daily LAN scrims. So we're calling it Curse Camp, and so if everything works out, look for some more details on that. It should be exciting.
I want to come to Curse Camp. Well, Chris, Revan, thanks again for coming on. I'm going to book my tickets to Vegas. I might play Call of Duty, might just play Blackjack. Either way, I'll have fun. Guys, when we come back, it's going to be Fizzerp joining me for a final announcement as he talks about what is going on with Denial.